Hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading for Venus Retrograde March 2017. Now this works if you have your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Pisces. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what does Venus Retrograde mean, what is that all about, and then I'm going to get more specific on your sign Pisces. What does it mean to you, this Venus Retrograde? What is it trying to emphasize this month? And at the end of the reading, I'm going to be pulling out a daily guidance oracle card from the Angels deck from Doreen Virtue. And we're going to see if your angels have something to tell you, some sort of guidance for you to find a way through this hard time here in Venus retrograde. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Alrighty, Pisces. So, what does Venus retrograde mean? What is this all about? Well, Venus retrograde happens every 19 months, and it's a time where Venus seems to be moving backwards, if we look at it from the Earth. And what happens is kind of like this planet goes to sleep, and everything that the planet rules comes to emphasis. So, Venus rules anything that has to do with aesthetics, with relationships, with love, with diplomacy between two parties. So it has to do a lot with justice as well, because she's also the ruler of Libra, and Libra is the scales. So it's about balancing, finding balance, finding equalness, finding equality. That's what she's all about. And also about values. That's what she rules: money, she rules luxury, she rules beautiful things, she rules things of value. She's the one who actually puts value into things. And also your own values, your values that your parents taught you, your family taught you, and the values that you carry on. So she really comes into play at the Earth, because I always see the Earth as being like the kid between Mars and Venus. You know how they say guys are from Mars and Venus and women are from Venus, and we're the kid. We're the ones in the Earth. We're the ones learning. So when Venus kind of goes to sleep, this is a time where we're not choosing love and we're not being very compassionate. And if there's certain things that are bothering us that we've been sweeping under the rug, we've been kind of like, oh, that's fine. This is the month where it's gonna get so in your face. You're not gonna be able to hold your tongue. You're not gonna be able to just ignore it any longer. So this is definitely a time where Venus wants you to see these issues, especially issues that are going against your values, that are going against what you believe in, and also if there's any underhanded business that is not fair that could be happening. So this is a time where all those things really come to the surface, and you could be seeing, there could be a purging of emotions that could happen. And you definitely understand this, Pisces. You definitely understand that there is a sacrifice sometimes that you have to do, and that the self-undoing moment can be the most transformative and beautiful moment of your life. So you naturally have the ability to, you're the dual sign that can see into people's emotions and feelings. I always see Pisces as like, there's two fishes, right? So there's one fish that stays up in the surface, while the other fish goes down into the bottom, into the depthness of the soul. That's why Pisces, I call him really poker face, because there's a fish in the surface that it's like, oh yeah, there's nothing, and then inside there's like, they're feeling everything. So Venus really wants you to align yourself and to make the sacrifice of like getting rid of the things that are not working for you, or bring into the surface these wounds and have this self-undoing moment, have this moment of purging, of forgiveness, of surrendering. And your Venus really has to do with money. Okay, Pisces, you're the one who's getting a lot of money issues this month. And Venus is really going over your finances. This is her house. Venus, this is her second house. This is her house of money, her house of values, her house of things. So during this month, you could be feeling like you want to spend a little bit more, especially because you have Uranus in this house. So you could be having sudden expenditures that you have to do. Sudden, I don't know where, oh my God, where did the money go? Oh, oops. So Uranus is here. The good thing is that Mercury is also here. So Mercury is trying to help you think of ways of how to get more money, how to financially balance your books, Amazing time to just get your to settle any scores with finances. Definitely a time to create a savings account. Fantastic time to create a savings account. If you can kind of, just at least if you put $100 a month or 50 or 20, it doesn't matter. To just kind of leave a little bit for yourself, to save some for yourself. Because this month you could be feeling like spending a lot and you could be feeling very glamorous. Venus likes expensive things and this is her house. So you could be feeling like spending way more. And you don't want to finish the period of Venus retrograde feeling more guilty of like, oh my God, I just bought all these things, instead of actually feeling like, you know what, I organized all my finances now, finally. I got this on lock. Especially since Uranus is there. Uranus in the second house, transiting your second house, can definitely give you a lot of upheavals out of nowhere with money. You can get sudden windfalls of money where you're just like, damn, I just got a lot of money. Or you can get, I don't know, where you just money's gone. So you need to know that you're in this unexpected energy with finances. And that the best way to really work this, what Uranus is really trying to help you is be authentic with the way that you make money. Don't be the slave to money. Make money to be free. Make money your own way. Be your own boss. Why do you need to be under the schedule of somebody else? So here, innovative ideas that are money-making ideas are really strong right now. Ways of making your money that is more independent, that is more the way that you go about things, is the best way to really take advantage of this transit. Maybe even having a really interesting, different job. Then it might have to do with progressive things, with futuristic things. Anything like that will be really good during this transit. But nonetheless, it's really trying to teach you freedom in your finances. So Venus is here, and there could be some sudden out of nowhere expenditure. Like I said, there could be some expenditure out of nowhere that you will have to pay because Uranus is here. But Venus is really trying to tell you, okay, are we financially good? What's financially happening here? Are you stable financially? Are you, really buying the things that you really need to buy? And also, Venus retrograde is not a good time with anything that's pretty and aesthetically. Like if you're trying to get your hair done or surgery or anything like this is not the time to be doing that. Because Venus is retrograding. The planet of beauty is retrograding. You don't have the eye of beauty right now really defined. So you might be buying things that later you're like, damn, why did I buy that? I'm regretting it now. Why did I buy that? So use it more to balance out your checks. In your checkbooks and your accounting, and some people might be doing taxes. Some people might see a little bit of delays in some money. Okay, if you've been investing in something and you're like, oh my God, where's the money? You could be seeing delays during this Venus retrograde. But after April 16th, that's when I see that the money's gonna start coming in faster. But just during this time, lay low, use it more to actually balance out your finances, balance out your values. Try to spend only in the things that you really need to spend on, and think of innovative, creative ideas of making money as well, and do a little bit of a savings account. This is going to be really good for you. At the same time, you have Mars in your third house of communication. So Mars is really trying to give you that drive to communicate, to speak your mind, to stand your ground, to sign those contracts, to make that sale, to be persuasive. So you're really, really strong at this right now, okay? Mars is definitely helping you communicate what you want, and it's helping you, make that salesman, make that sales pitch, and make that that persuasive energy really strong, So this is really good. And so I see you signing contracts. I see, just wait for that money. Don't rush it. It's gonna come after April 16th, and you're going to have all the puzzle pieces better at that time. And try not to spend too much during this time. It's not a good time to do that. Especially, you have Saturn in your 10th house right now. Saturn does really good here. Saturn is trying to give you extra responsibilities in your job that can definitely have some opportunities to establish a new status for yourself. So Saturn is really trying to help you solidify that professionalism and that career for yourself. So, if you're feeling more pressure at the workplace, and this could be definitely the time where you organize your work situation. If you are not working where you're supposed to be working, if you're not truly aligned with the purpose that you came into this life to do, then Saturn is going to be making some major changes and restructuring your career, restructuring your professional life. So this is a time where these things are shifting, these things are changing, things that have to do with career, things that have to do with money and values. And your strength, the blessings that you're having are really coming from, actually they're coming from another really money house, the 8th house of other people's monies and sex and intimacy and transformation and rebirth. So actually, learning a little bit about astrology and getting in tune with a little bit more of the occult parts of yourself, getting attuned with your inner, shadows, and understand, okay, sometimes I might be jealous, sometimes I be manipulative, sometimes I might be this, and that's okay. I love me for who I am. Then other people will definitely, follow. And you're very strong at transforming right now. This is your strong suit. So transform. And this is also the year where you just need to extend your hands out. People are giving you things. People are just wanting to give you their stuff. So you're having good energy with other people's monies. You are definitely having good energy with some finances here that are helping you out. And especially if you're going through any divorce or any court cases or any situation that has to do with, balancing of powers and a part, like a deal but a party of two is doing. And if you guys, broke up or divorced or anything like that, this is a time where those things are running smoothly. So I'm seeing that there's a correlation with, like, okay, you might be getting some other people's monies, and how are you spending it? Because you are having wealth right now. So Venus is saying, let's check our expenditures. Let's make sure that, a beautiful thing that I learned the other day. Money has 3 cycles. The cycle of making money, keeping money, and making money grow. That's only the cycles that money has. So how are you making your money? How are you saving your money? How are you able to keep your money? And how are you making your money grow? Those should be your thoughts for this month with Venus retrograde. If you really are making this money grow into more. Okay? So let's see what card we have for Pisces. For Pisces for Venus retrograde. March 2017. Pisces. Oh, wow. Family, Pisces. You got the card family. It says, this situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with a calming blue light and many angels. Oh, I love that. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Okay, Pisces. So, the second house it's a lot to do with money, but it also has to do with values, and it has to do with the values that your family, your legacy, your family, where you come from. What are they leaving you behind? What are they giving you? So there is a lot of family energy in this card. Some other meanings for this is a new addition to your family is entering. It could be some births coming. You have friends who are like a second family to you. It's time to face old feelings so they can be released and clear. Release an unwanted pattern by forgiving one or more family members, including yourself. Oh, wow, Pisces, look at this. Definitely self-undoing time. Definitely a time of forgiving, of surrendering, of making peace with your family, of making peace with your roots, with your mom, with your domestic life. Family is where we truly feel at home, where we truly feel that we belong somewhere. And it's absolutely crucial, to have those values with your family. If you feel like your family has been separating or things like that, bring the values of connecting, let's connect with each other. You can change these things. And also, if this is a hard time that you're having with work, with, finances, and, any situation with relationships, then family. Come close to family. See them as family. This is something else that definitely helps. It's weird. It's weird, but you know how like in ancient history, most of the people would like marry their brothers and sisters, and it's weird, right? But at the same time, I feel like it's just a big metaphor. The metaphor of really seeing your partner and your loved one as a brother and a sister can be way healthier than seeing them as like the possession that you own. You own this person. Oh, this is just an extension of who I am. No, you see them more as like my sister, my brother, my family. This is my family. She's family. He's family. And you start seeing that, okay, no matter what happens, we're going to be together. Because a lot of people in relationships can feel a sense of abandonment. That they just feel like, oh, I'm going to get abandoned. Oh, no, I have to do everything so this person doesn't abandon me. And that could definitely happen. So family, saying bring the energy of family, bring the energy of family into your relationships, into the relationships with your coworkers, into the relationships with yourself even. Family is about forgiving. Family understands that humans are not perfect. And you know what? You still have a place here at home with us. You still have a place to be. You still have a place where you belong. So make these things really strong. And by the end, by 420, around 420, by March 20th, that's when Sun is gonna go into Aries, and the astrological calendar starts again. So by this time, that's where you're gonna really be shining in your self-worth. It also has to do with your self-worth, Pisces, because if there is some financial issue happening outside of yourself, then it's because there's a self-worth issue happening inside yourself. Money is just a reflection of the life force that we give. So our talents, the talents that people pay us for. This is the life force that we just put into this job being represented in money. So it has to do with self-worth. It has to do with self-confidence. This is a time to really reevaluate those things as well. Do you feel like you are worth getting that amount of money? Or do you feel like you need to lower yourself to other amounts of money? How much are you charging? You're the one who's putting the worth in it. So get close to your family. Start seeing things with a more family eye. Your family, others, your coworkers, your loved ones. And this is going to help you, give you that confidence and that balance when it comes to any sort of finances and any sort of issues with your self-worth. Okay? And also, you're going to be able to really take advantage of this Venus retrograde. All right, Pisces? Thank you so much for letting me do your reading today. I hope this was of help to you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos. And please, I would love to hear some comments about your Venus retrograde. What is it that you're going through? And remember, always check your ascendant sun and moon sign. And if you want a more detailed reading with me, you can always schedule a private session with me at the link below. All right, Pisces, I'll be seeing you next time.